Okay, great. We're going to start a class. My name's Eric. This is my philosophy class, my verbaling class. Today we are going to talk about genetic engineering, right? Human genetic engineering. Right? I guess, is it right to play God, right, with our genes and create what we want? And to what extent even can we, right? Would we want to do that? Are we messing with nature? This should be kind of fun to experiment and play around with. So we'll talk about this. For those of you that want in early, right, you can get Verbaling Premium, but you can pay a certain amount, or you can, I think, refer friends to Verbaling, like the Facebook page, and that gets you in. So let's see if we can wait for some students. I'm hoping we get some Brazilian students today because I'm wearing my Brazilian soccer jersey, so it should be pretty good. But there's no Brazilian, so it's okay. Let's see here. Yeah, Linda, I just barely created this class. Michael, he posted something saying that there was an open class, and I thought, hey, I'll grab it. So it should be pretty good. Okay. It's kind of quiet when no one comes in. Let's see. Forrester, how are you?
Yeah, I'm fine. How are you?
I'm good, Forrester. Where are you from?
I'm from Japan.
Ah, Japan. Great. Good. Okay. So, Forrester, why are you learning English?
I study English for I'm studying for TOEIC, and so I get a high score, and so that the TOEIC star make it my resume good and better. So yeah, that's why I study English for find right now for find a new job.
Okay, so you're studying English to find a new job to put on your resume. That's great.
Yes.
Good. What area, what job are you looking for?
My major was machinery, so I'm looking for design, machine designer. Yeah, design of machine.
Okay, good. Designer. Okay, good. That sounds good. Well, good. Okay, let's see. Then we've got. Let's see. I'm trying to get the Diego, how are you?
Hey teacher, I'm doing well. How about you?
Oh, I'm good, Diego. I can't complain. Where are you from?
Fine. I'm from Costa Rica, Central
Nice.
America.
Perfect. Costa Rica, good. All right. What time is it over there?
It's 11 p.m.
11 p.m. Okay. Yeah, so the same time as me. That's good. And Diego, why are you learning English?
I'm sorry, what?
Why are you learning English?
To be able to communicate my thoughts to everyone else,
Okay.
or to the people in USA or in the UK or all over the world.
Well, perfect. So just to kind of be able to communicate with everything. What do you do for work?
Right. Well, actually, I'm not working.
Okay.
I'm just studying and preparing to the next English. Well, to the next classes of English.
Okay, okay, good. Let's see. Uh-oh. You guys, am I talking like a robot? Is it bad?
No, it's good.
Okay, okay. If it gets too bad, let me know and I'll turn off the video here. Okay. Okay. So let's just go. Ricardo, how are you?
Hello, Eric. How are you? Fine. Thank you.
Good. Good. Ricardo, where are you from?
I'm from Brazil, São Paulo.
Isso aí, isso aí. Did you see my shirt?
Coxa,
Ah.
Argentina.
No, this Curitiba, right there, Curitiba. So.
Curitiba, okay, okay. Sorry, okay. I am Corinthians.
Oh yeah. Good,
The
good.
best of.
Good. Well, Ricardo, why are you learning English?
I'm working with information technology since many years ago. So I read too much English, but unfortunately I don't need to talk English. So I have many opportunities to work, and I need learning English very fast.
Ah, okay, okay. So you got to do a lot of practicing, right?
My first day in this site.
Okay, okay, well, great, good. Well, Ricardo, welcome. It's good to have you.
Thank you.
Let's see. Okay, and then we've got another Eric Shen.
Hi, how are you?
I'm great, Eric. It's excellent to meet another Eric.
Yeah.
You can do no wrong.
Yeah, I'm just my pleasure to meet another Eric, you guys.
There you go. There you go. So, Eric, why are you learning English?
Because it's my interest in, and since my teacher told me, and I just got inspiration from her.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I got a hobby of English.
Okay. And
Yeah.
so, are you in school? Are you working?
No, I just graduate and I come back from Australia 2 weeks ago. I went there for traveling.
Okay. And what did you graduate in?
I graduated in college, and then my major was foreign language and literature.
Oh, perfect. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, good. Well, Eric, I'm glad to have you. That's good.
Yeah,
Let's
thank you.
see. Then we've got Maria. Maria, how are you?
I'm fine, and you?
Good. Can't complain. What's the good news today?
Today I was sleeping all day, I think.
That sounds pretty good.
Yeah, because yesterday we were having like a dinner with sushi with other friends, so
Uh-huh.
it was like late at night, like 1 a.m. I think.
Mhm.
Yeah, so
Okay.
I was sleeping all the day.
Okay, well, good. So tell me, Maria, how is your job search going?
Oh, my job searching. I have to wait because it's like 2 companies have called me.
Ooh, good news.
Yeah, but the like how do you say that? The employee process is very slow because energy companies are careful with the information
Right.
that the information that people needs to apply to the jobs vacant, something
Right.
like that.
Yeah, I worked for a chemical company once, right?
Yeah.
Doing security, and it took a long time to finally get in there.
Yeah,
Lots of
yeah, like
yeah.
I think that maybe at the end of April, I think that I will get a job.
Ooh, well, best of luck to you there. That's good.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, good. Let's see. Then we've got Lenda. Lenda, how are you?
Hey, I'm fine.
Good. Lenda, what's the good news?
Not good news, but normal day.
Normal day. Okay. What's the Spanish word of the day that I should learn?
Guardaespaldas.
Espadas.
Guardaespaldas.
Guardaespaldas. What is that?
Bodyguard.
Bodyguard. Okay.
We're talking about security, that you work in a chemical company, so.
Okay. There we go. Okay. Great. Okay. Guardaespaldas. I will remember that. Okay. Well, thank you, Lenda. Good. Glad you're here. Let's see. We've got Hashem. Hashem, how are you?
I'm fine. I'm guarda spaldas.
Guard the spot. It's good. Good. Yeah. I enjoyed your music that Len posted. That sounded pretty good.
Thank you.
Yeah. So keep up the good work, Hashem. That's good.
Thank you.
Okay. Then you're a good man for posting it, right? Good. Okay. And then let's see. Then we've got Imad. Imad, how are you?
Hi.
Good.
It's really surprising. I just found your class, joined and get it.
What's that?
I didn't found your class like in the schedule. I just opened the page. I was with Lisa, and I immediately found your class, and the class join button was green, ready to be pressed. I pressed it. So it's all goes smooth. It's the first time in my life.
There you go. It was fate. It was fate. It was meant to be. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was strange seeing you, Imad. You had your webcam on at the beginning, and sometimes it's strange for me to see. Yeah. So okay, great. There you are. There you go. It's strange for me to see some of you guys sometimes, right? To your actual faces. Because sometimes I'm never going to see it. I have no idea what some of you look like. Like Lendit, I have no idea what Lendit looks like, right?
He's a robot, but he doesn't accept it.
Right. So, but it's good to see your face, Imad. Now I have a face to connect it to. That's good.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Right. I figure you guys don't ever get to see the back of my head, right? So that's my secret. It's the back of my head. Okay, well, good, you guys. Let's go ahead and start. Did everyone get the link that I shared?
No.
Okay. Well.
Okay.
There we go.
Yeah.
There's this. Okay. No, I read over this and I read some different things about it. The actual the topic, and it's a little sensational. Do you guys know what that word means? Sensational.
Like trying to make it look like it's bigger than it is.
Exactly, yes. So the article itself is just trying to sound like this is a bigger thing than it actually is. But it's an interesting topic that we're going to discuss, right? So here is talking about China, right, is doing genetic work into basically engineering babies to be geniuses, right? So, it's several generations down the line that their babies will be genetically smarter, right, is what the plan or idea is. Okay, so we're going to read just a little bit of it, and then we're going to talk about it, right? Really, is it the right thing to do to genetically engineer? Is it something we want to do? I mean, are we smart enough to mess with nature? Could there be unintended consequences? So, yeah, Diego, it should be good. And also, I want to apologize beforehand. This was a last-minute thing, so I barely just created this class. And so I hope I have enough ideas to talk through. Normally we should be able to flow just fine, but I'm going to depend on you guys too for extra things to talk about. Okay, so let's go ahead and get in there.
So as they want their children to be more smarter.
Yes. I mean that would be the idea. Is they're genetically engineering people to be smarter. Okay, so let's see.
They are already very smart.
Yeah, right. Okay. Okay, let me see here. Again, I'm sorry, this was the last minute class, so I want to find exactly what I wanted just to read here. Okay. So let's actually just read this part right here. This is an interview. Okay. Can I have a volunteer for someone to read this paragraph right here? Oh,
Okay, I can.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Yeah.
So this
I think there is difference between what I have in my screen.
did you guys get the same one or a different one?
I think it's not the same link.
Not the same.
But I can read from your screen if you want.
Okay, cool. Yeah, if you can see it, go ahead.
Yeah. Could this whole process repeated
Oh, hold on.
with other, yeah.
I gotta mute Eric. Bad Eric. Okay, go ahead.
Maybe, yeah. Could this whole process be repeated with other characteristics, like physical appearance? Absolutely. In fact, almost any any trait other than intelligence, other than intelligence would be easier to do. We know that intelligence depends on a lot of genes, while physical traits like hair, eyes, colors, like hair or eye color only depends on a few genes. Things like body shape would be easier to do. Physical attractiveness would be pretty complicated. Personality traits might be a little simpler than intelligence. How hard working somebody is, how how hard working somebody is, how impulsive, how politically liberal or conservative they are would be easier. How religious you are, that's definitely influenced by genes to some degree.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so this is a good paragraph for us to talk about. Any questions first about any of these words here?
I'm not sure about how impulsive. Impulsive is mean that can you explain it for me, because I'm not sure about the meaning of this word.
Okay, sure. Does anyone know what impulsive means?
Which one?
Is it like self-esteem or that self-esteem?
Impulsive right here. Anyone know what impulsive is? Okay, so impulsive is someone that is impulsive doesn't plan things ahead, right? Or you could do things that are impulsive, like, so for example, right, I'm just freaking out, I'm doing things without thinking or without planning, right? So I might say, you know what, I'm done teaching, I'm gonna go make myself a sandwich. And that would be very impulsive of me, right? Because there would no thinking involved. It's just going off and doing it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right. Any other questions?
Conservative.
Conservative. Okay, good. All right. Does anyone know what that means when we talk about politically conservative?
Yeah, if you are not, it's against liberty. If you are not that kind of, you have limit for everything, especially in political things, isn't it?
Yeah,
I got it.
Good, yeah. So again, you have the kind of two wings of politics. The left wing, that are usually more about progressive things, and then conservatives were usually more about the status quo. It's complicated, but yeah, you guys understand, right?
Yeah, like socialism and...
Yes, so kind of more on the far right side, it's extreme laissez-faire capitalism. On the left side, communism and things like that. Yes, good. Okay, good. So, you guys, let's start right there with that paragraph. Big question first. What do you guys think about that? What do you guys think about this idea of genetically engineering a person to be a certain way?
That is bad.
It's bad. Okay. Why?
It's because we are created separately. If you believe in God or not, you are created in a certain way. So it's like trying to create something that you don't know how it works.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe if you are created that way, it's because there is a reason, a geographical reason or a biological reason, whatever. But you are created in a certain way because of that.
Okay.
To mix the genes and make it someone different, maybe it wouldn't work for the place or the circumstances where he will live or grow.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so again, maybe using science to change who we are is wrong because we are supposed to be a certain way in the first place. Okay.
I think it's very terrible idea. I already look for the Chinese on the TV. They all look the same for me. So and now someone would try to design his own model and apply this model for all of the Chinese. So it would be kind of fatigue feeling that, oh, I'm boring. What kind of it's the repeated model. So there is something bad about this idea because they mentioned that we can change the personality of the child. This means that you can redefine the personality of the child if he is going to be the king of the Chinese people, or he is going to be a slave, or if you can sometimes you can say that it's kind of cheating God and create robots people. I don't like this idea because I can't trust the science at this point. Scientists have their own treatment, and especially Chinese, they don't have that quality in production. They may fail several times, and we will find thousands of samples. You may find on your internet, for example, you will find offers to buy, let's say, 10 Chinese and take 2 for offer. They all designed to be smart or designed to be as a laborers. It would be very bad idea without founding the ethics in our world nowadays. If we did this and if we make it, it would be very terrible idea. It would be new era for slavery, new era for over controlling the people, and it would be very hard to overcome that kind of race that will appear in the surface. And if we touch this opinion, this point right now, it will be more and more problem in the future because Chinese will mention something they do in the future.
Right. Okay. So maybe again, that might be the scary part, the fact that you could influence or change someone's personality, right? Make them be born in a certain way with a certain personality, and maybe that's a scary idea. And then again, people on the side that Danny was saying, right? I'm taking away their choice, right? And then Maria, it would be wrong maybe because human beings aren't commercial products, right? We can't just. It's not like going to the store and picking out chocolate milk instead of normal milk.
Can I say something?
Yeah, go ahead, Maria.
I think that nobody is able to change the way the human being, like one baby have to born in this way, and you can't change. You can change it. You don't have the power to do it. It's like a natural gift, or I don't know if you believe in God, a God gift. Right. You can't. Maybe if you want to improve, like a certain type of illness, or I don't know, like a malformation of bones or something like that, will be a good idea. But if you want to change, like the personality or maybe the physical appearance of the humans, you can do it. It's like go against the natural way to get the things, I think.
Okay. So we got a lot of people that are against it. I'm going to play the devil's advocate. I'm going to argue the other side here, though. So again, what if? Sorry. We already do things to our genes already in many ways. Do you guys understand what epigenetics are? Right. Epigenetics is understanding when you have your genes interact with the environment, right? So you're supposed to be this way, but the environment can change them, right? So for example, I may have a predisposition by my genes to be an alcoholic, right? Now, if I never drink alcohol, I will never have my genes influence me to be an alcoholic, right? So that's an example. So if I drink alcohol, then suddenly I could be, because my genes put me that way, an alcoholic, right? So we can already influence the way our genes turn out to be, right, in a certain extent. What would be the difference there between choosing to do something like that when I'm alive versus before I'm born? Especially in the former case when I'm born, or sorry, in the latter case when I'm born, that's going to make me better, right? They're genetically programming me to be a better person. I'm going to be born smarter, maybe prettier, right? Or handsomer, right? Or stronger. That would be a good thing for me. Why would I not want that if I was a child going to be born?
I think something like personality or political views, genes don't have nothing to make about these things.
I'm sorry, what?
I mean, things like personalities or your political views can be edited by genes.
Okay. So you think that the genes and personality are not as closely related as some people think?
Yeah, I think genes is about the physical shape, the color of eyes, things like this.
Okay. And then it's got personality is 50%, genetics 50%. Okay.
Yeah, because personality, I think we gain personality from our life, from what we see and from problems we face. Right?
Okay, so I guess if I tried to, let's say I found a gene, right? A gene for aggression. Okay. Here's a good one. So again, I think I mentioned this in another class. I watched this documentary show about foxes, right? Do you guys know what foxes are? They're like little dogs.
Yeah.
But yeah, so they genetically engineer these foxes to be less aggressive, to not bite, but to be docile, to be pets, right? Because normally they're wild animals. And so after a couple generations, they could breed them to be docile, right? And not be aggressive. So again, there's something about personality that is within our genes, right? Because you can breed out the aggression. Danny, I'm going to come back to a second. So maybe, again, there might be something to an environment, right? Maybe they did something to the foxes to make them less aggressive. But there does seem to be something to where if I'm born a certain way, it does show, right? Certain babies are more apt to cry. Certain babies are more apt to smile. And you can see that. It's a personality they might be born with, right?
Yeah, right.
Okay. But again, I think, Heshem, maybe there's a good point. There's still maybe a lot more room where it's not totally genes, right? Again, depending on what we want to believe about it, if I have a predisposition towards alcoholism, right, or an addictive behavior, I can still choose not to be that way, right? I can still choose not to be an angry person, even though my personality might be angry, right?
Eric, can I ask a question?
Please, go ahead.
Now, you have that kind of personality and self-respect because you think you are God creature, and you are God creature. No one played with your genes. But would you trust yourself and your personality to be perfect enough if you know that you have been built or modified by human being? I think you would you suspect yourself many times to have weakness in some points because you feel that you are not able or you have this ability to do something because of your genes. And it's kind of psych problem. It may not be correct in the future if it happened with someone, but it will have bad effect because he will believe that they played with his gene and made mistake that caused him right now to fail in being in the community.
Right.
And this, yeah, you are creating people and not creating people. You're modifying the creatures, and these creatures have their own feeling, and they haven't. They're in society, and society is not that simple thing. If you are not discovering yourself in the way that God created your genes with, then you are trying to discover what others did for in your genes. And this is a very complicated idea, and it's not easy to bear in mind.
No, and I guess I do kind of agree with you there, Imad. In some sense, we don't know enough about ourselves as it is, right? I mean, sometimes when we say things like, I'm going soul searching, or I need to think about what I want, right? It already means I don't know enough about myself, right? And so to try and create something or create someone to be a different way, right? That's scary. I don't know if we know enough about what we are in the first place to do that, right? Maybe?
We have a chance to be good. I have a chance to be smart and to be idiot at the same time. I'm not sure about if I'm idiot or smart. I'm not sure. But if I've been created from someone and from his perspective, I should be smart. But I have another problems. Not only about my smart. I have another problems. And in some stages in our life, we try to suspect everything. Then this person, especially teenagers, suspect everything. They suspect their father, their mother, and they suspect their life. Everything is not definite in that stage. How do you be sure that you are being created in a definite way? Or how can you get that? Let's say, how will you be sure about your quality created?
Okay. So how can I be sure that I'm not supposed to be this way or not?
Yeah, Eric.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Wolf.
Are you lab rat or baby? What would you prefer?
I'm sorry, what?
Are you want to be a lab rat or gonna be baby? Which do you prefer?
I don't understand that word, Wolf.
Okay. It's nobody wants to be a lab rat.
Oh, lab rat, a lab rat. Okay.
Do you want to be a lab rat or a baby?
Right.
Yeah, that's because I think nobody wants to be a lab rat. That's the problem, because everybody right to be a born in natural way, not artificial way, because its situation is remind me Hitler's scientist. And Hitler wants to create master race, but he's not successful. He failed. His scientists failed. His scientists do a lot of experiments on the pupils, but it didn't work. Let me give you an example, especially in the people in the everybody knows horse race. In the horse race, people wants to create is really fast horse. They choose really pick up the one of the fastest horse. They make them mating. They mating the two fast horses, but their pony or their horse is really slow. It's sometimes it didn't work. It's did you understand what I'm saying? Maybe.
Right, yeah. So sometimes even matching the two doesn't happen, right?
Yeah.
Right, and I guess, let's see, what is it called? I forget what it's called, but there's a law that basically says that we tend towards the average, right? So even if I have two genius parents, right, I'm still going to tend towards the average, right? Or the outlier, but still tend towards middle. Right? So good. Oh, I'm a robot voice.
Genius is doesn't mean you are you have a proper life in the future.
Right.
Do you know the movie Iron Man?
Yes.
Dustin Hoffman. He is very clever, but he is, in some way is not normal. Maybe your life is a turn to nightmare in the future. Maybe you become a clever, but your social life turn to nightmare.
Okay. Right, because it can change you. So let me ask this here. We've had a lot of opinions that are against it. Does anyone think it would be a good idea, or that there could be good things from this?
maybe it would be a good idea, as MJ said, to take the genetic diseases, or malfunctions, deformities. Sorry, deformities. It would be maybe a good idea, but without messing with other things.
That's true. Yeah, because again, I can make sure that the child's not born with certain defects, right? But here's my question, especially for those of you guys that said, that's the way that I'm supposed to be. I don't want to mess with nature. I don't want to mess with how God created me. What's the difference there? Because what if I'm supposed to have a defect or a deformity?
But many times, I don't know, I suppose many times deformities are because maybe their parents used drugs, or they were the pollution, so they affect their genetics. It's not like a natural deformity, you know, it's like induced because they use weird things like drugs and stuff like that.
And I agree, yes, I think there's definitely some of that, but there's also some that it's not the parent's fault. There's also deformities that happen. So again, why would it be wrong to make someone better and not wrong to try and make sure that person's not defective?
You have you ever heard about Nick Woojit?
No.
He is a writer. He is a speaker of like a guy without limbs.
Okay.
He has no arm, no legs. But he influenced a lot of people, like in a good motivated way. You get what I mean? Sometimes God created us for a reason, for to motivate others. Like he talks about, like, one other time, like woman, she's almost commits suicide, but when she read his book, she's like, whoa, why do I have to commit suicide when I got everything? I got my arm, I got my legs, I got all I have. But he is the one that don't have anything, but he's like still praising God for it, and still I don't want this to be a religious way. You get what I mean? But yeah.
Right, but he is happy that he is that way. Okay, yes, right.
And he has wife, he has kid. Right now, he is married. He lives happy life now.
So James, would you say again that say we shouldn't try and genetically stop those kind of things then? Like if I can stop someone from being deformed, I shouldn't? Or no?
Like what do you mean? Like,
okay. And
can you repeat the question again?
Yes, of course. So that person, what was his name again?
Nick.
Okay, so if I could go back in time and I could genetically stop Nick from being born armless and legless, right? Would that be wrong?
I don't think that would be wrong, but yeah, you everybody want to prevent that, but yeah, you get what I mean. But everything human have like limited mind, and for me, I think human are limited for in every way, like in many kinds of ways. Like, you know, they're not all knowing. They don't know every part of the bodies, or like every single cell, or I don't know how to explain this, but yeah, I think human are limited. So if shit happens, let it happen.
Right.
Okay.
Go ahead, Wolf.
You can try the plastic surgery if you don't have legs, and you can try the artificial legs. An artificial arm is a plastic surgery. It's you're progressing every day. It's gonna help you. I mean, it's it helps the people who really defected. I mean.
Just so I get, Wolf, are you saying that don't mess with them before birth, but mess with them after birth, or fix them after birth? I don't understand.
I don't know. What was the question, sorry?
Oh, okay. So I guess I'm trying to understand, Wolf. Would you say then that it is wrong to try and fix defects before birth?
No, you can try your defects. You're talking about physical appearance, yeah? Like a leg. Yeah.
Yes.
You can try. I mean, you can try the plastic surgery plastic. If you compare the plastic surgery and 50 years ago and now, plastic surgery found a lot of solution. Maybe you can try artificial legs, artificial arms. They really looks almost real.
Okay,
I mean, it's better than nothing. It's good. It's gonna help you. You don't need to go to the past.
Okay, let me try something else. I'm gonna pick on me. Okay, so I'm a redhead, right? And even right now, you guys can see that I'm red. I'm sunburned, right? My face is quite red because I've been out in the sun. Okay. I have very pale skin. I get sunburned easy, right? In one way, maybe I could say that's a defect, right? I have defective skin because it burns really easy and I get sunburns, right? Wouldn't have that been better if maybe I could fix that defect?
No, because you can fix that defect with sun cream or something like that. And no, yeah, of course. If you can fix the defect or a bad or a defect you can use like some real things that humans have already developed. So why you can interfere with your human develop? It's a silly thing, I think. But if you can, I don't know, because your parents don't know if you are pale or I don't know. It's quite difficult to define the right scenarios. Maybe when people wants to interfere with the how do you say, with the genes in their children.
Okay. So let me take it a little further. Okay, you guys know what albinos are, right? Albinos they're perfectly white, right? They have no melatonin in their skin, right? What about that? Would it be wrong to genetically engineer someone so they're not albino?
No,
Can you type
because
the word?
it's
Sorry, Maria.
no, go ahead.
Can you type the word of like just now? What?
Yes, albino. So albino, right? So again, that's someone with no melatonin, right? So they're completely white.
Okay, I want to tell you something. Engineering of genetics may cure or fix many things, and it may be good at many things, yes. But the problem is it may be used for another things that destroy the world. Like you know about the Nobel, right? Nobel Prize.
Right.
Yeah, he was trying to make a bomb to get gold from mines. But after that, when he invented it, they used it in wars.
Right.
The same.
So again, something bad could happen with this technology. There could be potentially horrible things that could happen.
Yeah.
Sorry, albino. What does it mean? I don't understand.
Oh, so, okay. Again, albino, right?
Albino.
That would be yes. An albino is someone that was completely white. Have you ever seen someone like that? That they have no pigment in their skin, right? And so again, that was the question. Would it be wrong to genetically modify someone so they're not albino, right? Maybe it's a defect. In fact, I would say it's a defect. Their body doesn't produce melatonin. Okay. How about that? Is that okay for me to prevent or genetically alter that one?
Yeah, it's okay because it's a type of disease.
Can
Genetic
you
disease.
guys see my screen?
What's that?
This is albino.
There we go. Perfect. Yeah, we've got some albinos right there. Yes. Okay. So again, but do you see what I'm trying to do? I'm trying to blur the distinction here. So again, I have pale skin. I don't produce enough melatonin. I get burned, right? So I'm only a couple steps away from the albinos here.
Eric,
Yes.
it would be a good decision because it's a type of genetics disease. If the genetics engineers can realize the defect in the genes before the boy or the girl get born, maybe you can fix it, and the boy will have a better life.
Okay. So,
But in that way, because it's like a disease. But if the boy is like ginger like you, or I don't know, like brunette like me, you can't change that because it's not necessary.
okay.
But again,
Go ahead, Danny.
it's a small disease. It's a small defect. So this thing would probably cost a lot of money, and you don't like for such small defect. I think it would be against the real purpose of like fixing major the disease and defect, like people who have real, some condition that prevents them from having to live life to the fullest, like all of us can do, and like be successful in anything. So I think it's really the severe defects that should be primary.
Okay.
If you are not happy with your skin, you can't change your skin. Look, Michael Jackson, how he solved his problem.
Right, Michael Jackson.
Yeah,
I can bring. Sorry.
Michael Jackson is his choice.
I'm sorry, what?
Michael Jackson did choice during his life. It's fine.
Right. During his life and not before.
It doesn't matter. If it doesn't matter, if you are not happy, you can still change your skin.
Okay. Again, so if it's okay to better my life, right? So again, in the case of the albino, or maybe I'm trying to think of something in the middle, right? What if, as a parent, I want my child to have a better life? I want him to be smart, right? Because if he's smarter, he's going to be able to get a better job. He's going to have more money, right? I want him to be liked, right? Why wouldn't I want that for my child as a parent?
Maybe you are not 100% sure about the operation, but you are not 100% sure. You could turn your child's life in a nightmare if operation wouldn't successful. But still you have a risk.
I'm rolling die. I'm gambling. I'm risking on this.
Yeah, you can. If you're happy with gambling your kids, I can't say you anything.
Okay.
Well,
you're taking a higher bet.
Sorry.
Okay, Diego and then Imad.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey, man, go ahead.
So go ahead,
I was
Diego.
going to say. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, okay, so Diego, did you have something to say? Because we'll go Diego and then Imad.
Okay, perfect. Well, it will be a very high bet because if the science can manage in an appropriate way, that will be okay. But if they don't, it will be a disaster. So I mean, if you want to change an albino, you can turn in a black people. No offense to anyone. So if you wanna fix for the albino to a brunette people or someone who is totally different to a black skinned person, you can have a really change of your life, like a parent and like a child, because if you're trying to modify your genes, you can create something that you're not even think. So it is a very problem. It is a very high probability to went wrong.
Okay, good. And then, Imad, how about you? What were you going to say?
I was going to say that not everything is bad. Sometimes many times happened with me. I expected something to be bad with me, and it turns to be bliss in disguise. How did it say? Bliss in disguise. Yeah, bliss in disguise. So it's not always how it appears.
Okay, good. So
Sometimes good things turn bad, and sometimes bad things turn good. So yeah, God created us with a way that we can adapt and can change everything except some things. There's something that is being fixed, for because it's not that important because it's external. But let's say how we think, how our religion, our abilities, how we think, if I'm conservative or not, I'm liberal. It's all adaptive. We can change even the color of our skin is adapted from generation to generation. It's been changed to be better, to be it's been adapted to be suitable for the environment, and it's right now in the best way that it should be. So why should I be Albanian? Yeah, what's that benefit that I can get if I'm living in a desert? No, it's not always good. And also, I have some experience with this kind of genes process. They used to have gender. They used to choose the gender of the baby in my country. I really have serious conversation with some nurses and some people and doctors who were working in this section. They told me that the children that is being go through this process is not completely perfect. They have something that is not good, but they are not sure right now what is the bad thing with their own breath. So they selected the gender of the baby to be boy, not girl, but this boy have some problems, and this problems is not really understood how this is happening because they just selected the gender, and this process, which is very simple, causes some unexpected side effects. Yeah.
But in our society today, a lot of people change their sexuality. Sometimes genes in the wrong body, but sometimes gonna problem why people change their sexuality because they are not happy. They feel their body not suitable with their genres. That's also interesting.
No, Wolf, that's a great point too. Is I guess, and maybe we ought to talk about that another day, right? Is it wrong in the same way, or should someone be allowed to change their sexuality, right? If I want to become a woman, right? Is that the same way? Am I changing who I'm supposed to be, or no?
Yes, you are, but you're making choice during your living.
Okay.
And like about the changing gene.
It's not making about choice. You're born in that way. You can't choose. It is not is a choosable.
Yes, I can choose it. They can make operation to change it.
Yeah, backup. You are choosing to operation to be. I mean, your gender is in the wrong body when you're born. For instance, as a man, but your gender, your hormone is maybe 90% in a woman. In a woman hormone, but you are in a man body, but you want to choose because not your as a preference, but you want to be a woman. It's a I think it's natural choice.
That's right, even if he is a man. But yeah.
Here's my question though, Danny. Again, if it's about choice though, I don't get to choose anyways when I'm born, right? It seems like either it's random about what I get when I'm born, right? It's just however the genes match together, or I might be lucky enough and have parents that will choose, right? They'll genetically modify me to be what I want. But either way, as a baby, I have no choice about what I get to be when I'm a fetus or when I'm when I'm conceived.
Yes.
Right.
It's natural choice that everybody has to take. Everybody. So everybody have to take it. And just about the thing where, like, just myself, if I have a kid and he is not diagnosed with any defect, I in a way insult myself because instead of making him like clone of my genes, like I improve him even if he doesn't have defect. So just that is a little insult to me. But in the other way, God made us, or whatever, made us so we can improve as a society and evolve. So I think we could consider it, but for really the primary things. So the really defect people who don't have the same chance as most people in the life to succeed and live to the fullest.
Okay, so maybe a chance to make bad things right, to equalize. Good. Okay, let me ask one more question here before we get close to the end. Maria said something that I did like, right? That there are different types of intelligence, right? There's 11 different types of intelligence, right? And that one might be difficult, right? Because I think every different type of intelligence is important, right? And sometimes one type of intelligence maybe means that you won't, right? So I think it's a good thing that not everyone can be scientists and engineers, right? We need dancers, we need artists, right? We need public speakers, we need salesmen, right? And so if you take one certain type of intelligence and make that the good intelligence that we want, maybe something bad will happen because of that, maybe?
It's creates one way. We need harmony. Harmony is important. If you couldn't create harmony, you're stuck in a boundaries. You have to go in just one way, but it means if you followed one way, you couldn't progress in the future. You are in a stuck. But if you create the harmony, it's gonna be successful in the future because harmony is important. Science is really important, but philosophy also important.
Right.
If we're all alike, life it's gonna be boring. And also, I want all of us to imagine these surgeries or genes engineering surgeries. People will make their children being intelligent and beautiful and strong. All the people who have money will have their children's like the best people, and the poorer children will just normal. Can you imagine this?
Right. Okay. Yeah. So maybe it would be a class struggle, right? Where now that would definitely be the rich are getting better and better, rich are getting richer, and the poor are falling behind. Yeah,
can I say something?
Go ahead, James.
I think that people or humans like just trying to take God's place. They're trying to build human in their own, like cloning, like but they try their best, but they couldn't like do, even though the cloning is successful, but you only can clone on what age are you. So for example, I'm 15, right? Example, if I was 15 and then I clone myself as 15, it will stay there. My age will stay there, and that person will stay 15 for the rest of his life.
But if you need a certain organ transfer, you can transfer organ from your colon, and that's how gonna follow your life.
Oh, okay. You guys, listen. We're getting close to ending here. But I did want to ask one more question here that I think should be pretty important that we haven't talked about, right? We've only talked about human genetic engineering, right? When we talk about animal or plant, right? We have done that, and it has been very successful and very helpful, right? If you guys know what the Green Revolution is, right? I think back in the 70s, we did a lot of genetic modification with plants, right? With grains and with rice, and we were able to basically feed 1 million more people, right? Because of how we changed how plants grow and produce food, 1 million more people were fed. We saved millions of lives, right? So that was a good thing, right? To genetically modify plants, right? But we changed nature there. Was that wrong?
Of course
Not
it's
wrong
wrong
with
because it's great,
a
it's a
plant.
disease. It's a lot of people got the cancer or something. A lot of disease, you're gonna die. And talk to you and talk to your if you use to these products, it's harm you. It's harmful for your body. It's not natural. It's gonna kill you.
And I guess, oh, go ahead, Hashem.
This is the bad quality things that give people diseases, but there is a good quality engineering on these genes.
The thing is also, can we sustain it? The plants and make these people live all the time? If it's 100% sure it can sustain all the time, yes. But if all the new kids in the world were changed genetically, then I think big problems would start to appear. Because I don't know, most people would be genetically like better at math. I don't know, not sure, but it's hard to change. It could go more wrong than if we can sustain the changing the plants.
Right. Okay, because I don't have any of the answers here, but I want to bring that. And actually, I think there's a lot more we could talk about, and so I might have to do another class where we can talk about this more. But it is time for me to finish, so I apologize. Let me go ahead and. This is my Facebook page. For anyone that wants to follow, give me suggestions or complain, you guys can. Okay. Any last questions? Any questions?
Thank you.
No, thank you guys. Thank you guys.
Thanks, Eric.
This was a fun class. I really enjoyed it. So again, and I think I might do something like this again because this was kind of a fun topic.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. I will see you guys later. Thank you again. You were awesome. My next class is on next Monday. It's noon for me. It's during the afternoon for me. So whenever that is for you guys. Okay.
Okay.
So,
can you make a debate on politics views like liberal and socialism?
Yeah, we can talk about that. I can think of something. Go ahead and send me a Facebook message too, Heshem, to remind me. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. All right, you guys. Thank you, guys. I will see you later.
Thank
you.